On September 15, Major League Baseball delivered one of its most dramatic and unforgettable days of the season. Every single game carried weight, whether it was teams fighting for playoff spots, young rookies making their mark, or seasoned veterans chasing history. From coast to coast, fans witnessed a mix of triumph, heartbreak, and jaw-dropping performances that will be remembered for years to come. The headline of the night came out of Philadelphia, where the Phillies officially clinched the National League East. Their journey to this point had been marked by consistency, power, and resilience, and on this night, Citizens Bank Park erupted as they secured their crown. The players poured out of the dugout, champagne awaited in the clubhouse, and fans waved their rally towels, knowing their team was heading back to October baseball. Bryce Harper once again proved why he is the face of the franchise. With his bat, glove, and leadership, he helped set the tone early in the game. His two-run homer in the third inning sent the crowd into a frenzy and put the Phillies firmly in control. For Harper, this division title was not just another accomplishment, it was a reward for years of effort, sacrifice, and carrying the weight of expectations. Pitching was also crucial in the clinching victory. Zach Wheeler took the mound with the confidence of an ace and shut down the opposition with a commanding performance. His fastball was sharp, his slider was devastating, and his poise kept the game calm even in tense moments. Wheeler left the field to a standing ovation, knowing he had played his part in sealing the division. Meanwhile, the celebration in Philadelphia contrasted sharply with the emotions in the opposing dugout. Their rivals, still fighting for wild-card contention, knew how costly the loss could be. Players sat quietly, watching as the Phillies embraced on the field. It was a harsh reminder of how fine the line can be between joy and disappointment in baseball. Elsewhere, the night also belonged to a new face in the game. Kyle Yesavage, a highly anticipated rookie making his debut, delivered a performance that stunned even the most optimistic fans. With nerves of steel, he pitched with precision, keeping hitters off balance and silencing any doubts about his readiness. Every strikeout felt like the beginning of a new era for his team. What made Yesavage's debut even more special was the way he carried himself on the mound. His composure, his ability to adapt, and the maturity of his pitch selection suggested he was more than just a prospect, he was a future star. Fans in the stadium could sense they were witnessing something rare, the kind of debut that people talk about for decades. In the dugout, teammates rallied around him, offering encouragement and high fives after every inning. The veteran catcher guided him through tricky situations, but Yesavage never looked overwhelmed. By the time he left the mound, the crowd gave him a standing ovation, recognizing the arrival of a pitcher who could change the trajectory of the franchise. Not far away, another game carried major playoff implications. In Atlanta, the Braves were fighting to keep pace in the wild-card hunt, but their struggles continued. Despite flashes of brilliance from Ronald Acuna Jr., they couldn't capitalize on key opportunities. Runners stranded on base, a misplayed ball in the outfield, and late-inning pitching woes left fans frustrated. For Acuna, the night was bittersweet. His athleticism was on full display, with stolen bases and dazzling plays in the field, but baseball is a team sport, and his efforts alone couldn't carry Atlanta to victory. The loss highlighted the challenges the Braves face as they push for October, reminding fans that even great individual performances sometimes aren't enough. On the West Coast, the Dodgers continued to showcase why they are perennial contenders. Their offense exploded early, led by Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman, who combined for back-to-back doubles in the opening inning. The Dodgers' lineup depth once again overwhelmed their opponents, as even the bottom of the order contributed with key hits. Clayton Kershaw, the veteran ace, added another chapter to his legendary career. Though not in peak form, his guile and experience were enough to guide the Dodgers through 6 solid innings. Each strikeout added to his legacy, and each cheer from the crowd reflected the appreciation for a pitcher who has given everything to the franchise. The Dodgers' bullpen, often a source of concern in past seasons, looked sharp and disciplined. Relievers shut the door late, ensuring no comeback would spoil the night. As the final out was recorded, Dodger Stadium roared, sensing that this team is gearing up for another deep postseason run. Meanwhile, in Chicago, the Cubs kept their playoff hopes alive with a dramatic walk-off win. The atmosphere at Wrigley Field was electric as the game went into extra innings. Tension filled the air with every pitch, and when the decisive hit finally came, the stadium erupted in pure joy. Fans hugged strangers, players stormed the field, and the walk-off hero was mobbed at first base. For the Cubs, this victory meant more than just another mark in the win column. It was a statement that they are not ready to fade away, that their fight is far from over. The resilience shown by the team in clutch moments captured the spirit of Chicago baseball, where nothing is taken for granted, and every game is a battle. In contrast, the New York Mets continued their frustrating season with another tough loss. What once seemed like a promising year has turned into a series of disappointments, with injuries, inconsistency, and missed opportunities plaguing the team. Fans in Queens voiced their displeasure, questioning the direction of the franchise. Still, there were glimmers of hope. A young outfielder delivered a highlight reel catch, and a reliever showed flashes of dominance with a nasty breaking ball. These small moments remind fans that even in a difficult season, building blocks for the future can emerge. Yet the frustration of another wasted year lingered heavily in the ballpark. In the American League, the Yankees kept their momentum rolling with another strong showing. Their offense, anchored by Aaron Judge, punished opposing pitchers with relentless power. Judge crushed a towering home run deep into the night, his swing echoing the sound of confidence and authority. Fans in the Bronx celebrated loudly, sensing their captain was locked in for the stretch run. Jarrett Cole commanded the mound with precision, reminding everyone why he remains one of the best pitchers in baseball. His fastball velocity stayed high deep into the game, and his breaking pitches kept hitters guessing. Cole's intensity was matched by the fans, who roared after every strikeout. For the Yankees, the path to October looks promising. Across town, the Yankees' success contrasted with the continued struggles of the Mets, deepening the divide between the city's two franchises. While one looks poised for October glory, the other is left to reflect on missed opportunities. For New York fans, the emotions couldn't be more different depending on which team they follow. In Houston, the Astros reminded the league why they are defending champions. Their lineup, stacked with hitters like Jose Altuve and Yordan Alvarez, applied constant pressure on their opponents. Alvarez in particular crushed a long home run, sending a message that Houston's bats remain as dangerous as ever. Justin Verlander, ageless as always, controlled the game from the mound. His command, movement, and experience turned every at-bat into a struggle for hitters. With Verlander leading the way, the Astros cruised to another important victory, further solidifying their position as contenders in the American League. Seattle also delivered fireworks, as Julio Rodriguez continued his remarkable rise as one of baseball's brightest young stars. His blend of speed, power, and charisma energized the Mariners, who desperately need wins to stay in the playoff chase. Every time Rodriguez steps to the plate, fans anticipate something magical. The Mariners' pitching staff stepped up in crucial moments, shutting down rallies and giving the offense chances to build a lead. Their bullpen, often unpredictable, held strong in the late innings, rewarding the home crowd with a victory that kept postseason hopes alive. Seattle's fans, starved for consistent success, left the stadium buzzing with excitement. In St. Louis, the Cardinals played spoiler with a surprising win over a contender. Although their season hasn't gone as planned, the Cardinals showed pride and determination. Veterans led by example, while young players seized their chance to shine. The upset win reminded everyone that in baseball, no game is guaranteed, and pride can fuel remarkable performances. For the team on the losing end, the defeat was costly. Every game matters in September, and dropping one against a non-contender can change the playoff landscape entirely. Frustration was visible in the dugout, with players slamming helmets and shaking their heads at missed opportunities. In Tampa Bay, the Rays once again showcased their ability to win games with strategy, grit, and execution. Despite lacking the star power of other clubs, the Rays' formula of disciplined pitching, timely hitting, and smart defensive shifts proved effective. Their victory added another layer of intrigue to the tightly packed American League standings. Fans across baseball couldn't ignore the incredible drama unfolding simultaneously. Every game seemed to matter, and every inning felt magnified. From champagne showers in Philadelphia to heartbreak in Atlanta, the night encapsulated everything that makes September baseball so compelling. Social media lit up with highlights, as fans shared clips of Harper's home run, Yesavage's strikeouts, and walk-off celebrations across the league. Hashtags trended, debates raged, and the baseball community collectively marveled at the events of the day. It was one of those nights where even casual fans felt drawn in. As the standings updated, the playoff picture grew clearer yet more chaotic. The Phillies secured their place, the Dodgers strengthened their grip, the Yankees surged forward, and several teams clung desperately to wild-card hopes. With just weeks remaining in the season, the pressure will only intensify. For the players, nights like these are both exhausting and exhilarating. Every pitch, every swing, and every defensive play carries weight. Veterans know how precious these moments are, while rookies like Yesavage discover the thrill of being thrust into the spotlight. Managers strategize with every decision under the microscope. Pull a pitcher too early, and critics will pounce. Leave him in too long, and a mistake could cost the game. The balance between instinct, numbers, and trust in players defines September baseball. Fans, meanwhile, live and die with every result. In Philadelphia, tears of joy flowed as the division title became reality. In Atlanta, frustration boiled over with every missed chance. In Chicago, pure euphoria swept through Wrigleyville after the walk-off win. Baseball connects emotions like no other sport. As the night wound down, players across the league reflected on what had just unfolded. For some, it was a night of celebration, for others, a night of painful lessons. For everyone, it was a reminder of the unpredictable beauty of the game. Looking ahead, the storylines only grow more dramatic. Can the Phillies carry this momentum into October? Will Yesavage build on his stunning debut? Can struggling teams find late-season magic, or will their hopes fade away? The answers lie in the days to come, but September 15th set the stage perfectly. By the time the last out was recorded on the West Coast, fans across the nation were buzzing. The highlights from every game painted a picture of a sport alive with energy, drama, and history in the making. Baseball delivered a masterpiece, and those who watched will never forget it. The Phillies clinch, Yesavage's debut, Judge's home run, the Cubs walk-off, and every other moment combined into a single night of magic. For baseball lovers, September 15th wasn't just another date on the calendar, it was a celebration of everything the sport represents. As champagne flowed, as rookies smiled, and as fans cheered or cried, one thing was clear: baseball had once again given us a night to remember. And with the postseason fast approaching, the best is yet to come.